Welcome to American Baker in Germany. I'm Michelle, and today we are making a cake for my niece's birthday. She lives very far away in the USA, so I am giving a big wave to her. Hi, Allie, and happy birthday. She's turning 8, and she wanted a pool party for her birthday, so we are making her a pool party themed cake. Happy birthday, Allie. Let's get started.
I start out stacking the cake. This is funfetti cake and German or custard-based buttercream. Recipe to follow. I crumb coat the cake with the blue buttercream. And clean up the cake board. Then I frost the cake again with more blue German buttercream. I want this to look like water, so I decided to texture it instead of smoothing it. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Now I'm going to make some fondant decorations. I made some starfish out of flesh-colored fondant. I decided not to use a star cutter here. Instead, I just shape it into a star more organically. Then I texture it with a pointed sculpting tool. I place the starfish on the side of the cake. I made a total of 3 of these. Then I use some white fondant to make a clamshell. I start it with a rough circle and use my fingertips to press in an indent. Then I use my sculpting tool to give it some lines. I placed it onto the side of the cake as well. I made a total of 4 of these. Next, I rolled out some green fondant. I cut it into strips. And I twisted the strips of green and pressed them into the buttercream around the side of the cake. They're supposed to look like seaweed. Now I want to make a beach ball. I roll a sphere of white fondant. I roll out a tiny bit of red fondant. And cut out an eye shape out of it. I do the same thing with yellow. And blue. I stick the colors on with edible glue. I roll out some white fondant and cut out some small circles and stick them onto the ball to cover the ends of the colored stripes. But before I place it on the top, I sprinkle some brown sugar onto the middle of the cake, as well as around the bottom of the cake to look like sand. So I guess it's turning into more of a beach party cake, but that's close enough, isn't it? Then I place the beach ball on top. Next, I want to make a pair of flip-flops. I shape a couple of pieces of gray fondant into shoe shapes. Then I roll a snake of gray and stick it onto the top in a V shape. and I place the flip-flops onto the cake. but I've still got some more space on top. So I formed a ring of white fondant and added a few strips of red to make it look like a life ring or a floaty. This cake just has an amazing beach vibe. It's fun and makes me want to jump in the water. Happy birthday, Allie! For more cakes and tutorials, visit our website at AmericanBakerInGermany.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe for a new cake video every week. Hit the notification bell to be the first to know when we've uploaded a new video.